There we are. Okay. Welcome to Beyond Clarity. This is my coats of arms, TK here. It's been a couple weeks. Why? Life happens. This show is for entertainment purposes only. Uh, Forgive me, I'm used to moving around, but it is below freezing right now here in Wisconsin. And as much as I like moving around, it being cold outside and dark around 5 p.m., I'm going to sit here and do this live stream inside. And guess what? I don't know where my camera holder is. So here I am sitting down with my phone in my hand. And you know what? I am grateful. I'm grateful for this moment. I'm grateful for being inside, having a roof over my head, and being able to live stream and being a messenger, getting the word out there because someone out there needs to hear this. I don't care who you are or what you're going through. Someone out there needs to hear your story from you. So stop holding yourself back and keep showing up. Welcome to Beyond Clarity. Transmutation Ministry was supposed to happen today around 1 p.m., but Kenny Simmons has started a new job and I was busy doing things. So this is kind of like a Transmutation Ministry slash Beyond Clarity um, merge I'm doing until we find a better time for transmutation ministry. And oh man, happy New Year! Today's topic of discussion is going to be collaboration over competition. Now, why did I say collaboration over competition? Well, in 2.5 years of me helping with music events, some people call it the underground scene. Some people call it the rave scene. Some people call it EDM scene. I call it music. And after attending a weekend festival and seeing a good friend of mine who I consider a brother, after seeing some things happen, and then having a visualization at a retreat I went, and then seeing ACD run a couple of events, Cervantes Brothers VIP events, Yogi Chris's speed dating events, a couple of VIP events. I'm like, I got to do something here. So I actually predicted my tribe, Red Blooded Music Collective, that I co-created, merging with another tribe here and doing one big event. And guess what? We did it this New Year's Eve. So we ended up having a last minute venue change, unfortunately. One thing I learned is that make sure you get everything in writing. And I might repeat myself, but it is so crucial. And this is a real life event, and I'm going to protect people's name and situations that they not only put themselves in, but me, my entire tribe. And I take full responsibility for it. That's why you must stay on your process. Jay Gridev, Captain Chris, AZD, IMC Nation, AZD process. If you'd like to be my guest for AZD's open lectures, he currently has on Fridays only. They're called Mastermind University. Message me. They're free right now. And unless you're willing to do a $97 a month investment in yourself just starting out, why should anyone do business with you? Why should a girl want to get in a relationship with you? Why should someone want to be a friend with you? Why would someone want to get into a business relationship with you? Um, so where to begin? I ended up talking with one of our, I guess you would call competitors. We've only been doing this for 2.5 years now. The new tribe that I'm in. However, the two partners that helped me co-create this have been doing it themselves collectively, I say like 15, 20 years, much longer than I have. However, they may not have been doing it with the right people, that people, so-called friends slash business partners, I promised to pay for something, and then whatever, whether they weren't willing to give up their bad habits, or they just weren't good at making business decisions, or they didn't work hard enough or marketed hard enough, or something happened where they didn't earn enough money to pay what they promised. And when the time came to pay them, guess what? That person lost out. And after seeing it happen to someone very close to me, not once but twice, you get sick of seeing good things happen. I'm sorry, you get sick of seeing bad things happen to good people, and whereas enough is enough, and it's like, how can I contribute to this movement? Um, this place where people can freely come and express themselves with no judgment and love, and are protected from those who are trying to take advantage of others. And there's always, I've learned no matter where you go, there's a small percentage of people that try to take advantage of people and just take, and it's unfortunate. And after putting myself in a situation enough times where I'm like, okay, same situation, different person, enough is enough. Cut it off, love and light. If it comes up, communicate with the person that you're working with, because at the end of the day, when someone's going through something, I've come to realize that a lot of my travel members here um, are all going through like a family situation, a majority of them. And when things were happening around like last spring, I had to reach out and be like, hey, is everything okay? Because when someone says something to you or does something to you, if it's like someone you consider a brother or someone that you're on the same team with, first off, go back and say, hey, why are we here? Remember why you started. Why are you still doing this? Why are we doing this? And also, hey, is everything okay? Hey, is your mom or dad okay? Or your significant other or the family member, or your kids? How's everything going? Because if someone comes at you, it's not them, majority of the time it's what they're going through. So where was I going with that? Oh, excuse me. I'm just listening to my candle right now. One of my favorite scents is Palo Santo, and this is it sounds like a fireplace going off. So it's like a Palo Santo fire wick. Uh, I got this going off in the background. There's my pink Himalayan salt lamp that changes color. I actually got my niece one for Christmas. Um, I've noticed I actually sleep better with a pink Himalayan salt lamp going off at night. Now, if I remember, I'll go into that after this. Shout out to Sleepy Time Tea, fresh squeezed lemon, sea salt, and honey. Winding down. I know it's maybe early where you're at, but it just seems late here. Maybe because it gets dark out early during the wintertime in Wisconsin, and this is where like the cold drags on for a couple months. Although we had a mild winter, but back to what I was saying. And oh yeah, today AZD gave us homework to write one or two paragraphs on our coat of arms animal. So mine is wolf. I actually see that right there. I actually thought it was a lion until I saw a wolf during a let's just say enhanced guided Reiki healing session, which is funny because I ended up talking to one of my brothers who I first met at a retreat, who I ran into New Year's Eve, and it's just all the right people showed up, and then having some of the OGs, someone that some of them that have been in the music scene for like 20, 25, even 30 years come up to me and say it was one of the best shows they went to. I'm like, yeah, that's why I keep showing up and keep giving back to the community, because I used to go to those events. Will Rios, shout out to Will Rios. He has Wolfpack today that I participated in. I didn't participate, I just listened in because he's, he's a little bit younger than me. I consider myself a younger guy, even though I'm up there in age. But being and getting in music, and thinking I grow out of it, it's like the older I get, the further in depth I get into this, and I'm realizing I don't need to drink or party, when I play music or go out to events. And it's like when you listen to the music sober, it's like you're listening to it a whole different way. And then you go through the healing process, and then you realize like at night it's a celebration and wanting to give back to the community. That's one reason why I asked Flo after attending his event. I'm like, hey, how much to book this guy? By the way, we saw on our stage New Year's Eve, and I gave him a big hug. I'm like, dude, this is who started it. Like his set on your stage, like 2.5, 3 years ago, I was just like, yeah, yeah, how do I get into this? How do I give back? And here we are, and it hasn't been easy, but oh my God. And the competition that we had, so, we may not have the same, views or beliefs. And one of them might have been doing a little bit of that about one of our members, to the point where we had to like go out and be like, hey, is this true? For one, and two, hey, other members that we're working with from different tribes and crews, are you going to stand for this? Are you working with this person who's saying this about this person or is like this? And one of them came up to me and apologized, and we gave each other a hug. And I'm like, dude, you guys inspired me. And I didn't tell him this, but I want him to know that I didn't do this for out of competition. I did this to give back and collaborate. And they turned their show, they brought us in and they turned their big warehouse event from 3 stages into six. We brought our 3 stages in. Two crews merged and worked together. Um, RBMC merged with Strange Love, which Flownosis is pretty much like the the runner of Strange Love and co-creator of RBMC. Kids of the Core Chicago, oh my God. And then Trapper Crew Outlaw was in the other room. And I'm like, and then the guy who brought it all together, it's like I ended up talking to one of the main guys of the other crews, not realizing who he was because a lot of these guys, they kind of want to be like low key and not know. And after going out at events so long and not knowing who's who and not really caring, I just want to get my fix. I just wanted to drink and dance. I danced like a madman. I danced the night away, but I was escaping. It was like an escape dance, excuse me. Because although I love the music, it was an excuse for me to continue my bad habit. Oh, that's what it was deep down. And after going to the healing retreat and going through the pain and the vision that came to me at night, and then realizing it was a celebration, and then so much I learned from AZV, like, okay, if you want to drink or smoke a little bit, just do it in moderation, do a little bit, but don't to the point where you're sloppy or using it as a crutch. It's okay to use it in phases as a tool, but like my phone here, am I using my phone or is my phone using me? So when I catch myself aimlessly scrolling, or before I know it, a couple hours pass, or I'm just like watching random stuff for no reason. I'm like, what am I learning here? Did I download the Gaia app? Have I watched Cosmic Disclosure, which I just started watching, and I guess there's like over 20 seasons. And I don't know if you heard my story before, but I lost my phone. I had to get a new phone. I just was able to afford like a lower version where the apps are out of date. And guess what? I didn't get insurance and I cracked the screen of this phone. So I'm actually surprised it even works. So that and almost losing my vehicle, I got into an accident recently and reaching out to friends and then like seeing other friends are going through things and this like accountability check. I had a buddy check. I checked in with one of my travel members earlier today after not talking with him for a week and just kind of apologizing to each other and saying, hey, this is what I'm going through. Nothing personal. And I gotta tell my travel members, everyone, family members, relatives, female friends, it's not you. This is what I'm going through. So don't take it personal. People that, I've had beef with, different tribes, and one of them, it was nice to hear where he said like he's actually watching some of my stuff and I'm like, yeah, and he's like, some of it's out there. I'm like, I get that. But I told him like everyone's going through something. So if I put myself out there and I'll help someone, then my work is done here. Now that's my kind of party. Now when I'm listening to a song next to someone and we have completely different religious views or beliefs or whatever happened to us or what we're going through or what someone said, I'm not thinking about the views or beliefs. I'm thinking about the song that I'm listening to that I'm digging next to this person who may have completely opposite views or beliefs, but it doesn't matter. And we turned competition into collaboration. That's my kind of party. Why? Because the people that would have went to their event, we were going to do in the same city, Milwaukee. But the people that were going to go to their event, it was pretty much cutting the city in half. So we gave the people what it's all about, one venue to go to. So they have to go back and forth, or they have to decide, do I want to see this headliner? Do I want to see that headliner? Do I want to see my friends? Do I want to support that crew? And sure, a couple people couldn't go, but there'll be more shows. One of them I told, I'm like, brother, there's gonna be so many more opportunities and shows, and just set that all aside. Everyone's going through something. So I'm actually gonna cut this short because I'm pretty much done. That's pretty much all I have to say. If anyone would like to have a free clarity call with me, 10 minutes, maybe longer if you need, where you talk and I listen, message me. It's what I do. And if you'd like to be my guest for AZD's lecture, Mastermind University, this Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific time, message me and I'll hook you up. Your time is now. I've been in IMC Nation like for 4 years now, and seeing the brothers progress that have been in the advanced beast camps and living at bases and seeing these opportunities I'm missing out on because of the situation I put myself in, I have no one to blame but myself, and it's so humbling. But you know what? No matter what I'm going through, I know there's someone out there who might be going through something similar or worse that needs someone. You need a brother. And most importantly, you need to know that you're not in it alone. Welcome home. So show up for yourself, show up for others, keep showing up.